ביאור משנה זין. Let's do one more. ביאור משנה זין. Explanation for משנה זין. אין גוזרים תענית על הציבור. You do not decree fast on the congregation, לא בשבתות, not on Shabbos, לא בימים טובים, not during holidays, וכן אין תוקי בהם לא בשופר ולא בחצוצרות. nor on Shabbos you blow the shofar or the trumpets. ולא זועקים ומתחננים בהם בתפילה. And you don't also add davenings that have to do with, like in our Siddur it says, these are days you do not say tachnun. Yeah, Shabbos, holidays, all the things. משנתנו בא ללמד, in a Mishnah comes to teach us, על אילו צרות מתריעים אפילו בשבת. It says that's unusual things, but there are some things that even people are fasting on Shabbat, and on Yom Tov, and on a holiday. Let's see what they are. על אלו מתריעים בשבת. On this one, everybody fasts, and you blow the shofar, and you blow the חצוצרות, even on Shabbat. What? על עיר שקיפו הגויים. A city that was besieged by an army. That's it. There's no Shabbat. It's not time to be happy. There's not the happiness of Shabbat goes away. ששמו עליה מצור, that they put on it a siege. So a siege city is in trouble. Shabbos is, you say, no. It's not a day that you mourn. No, you start mourning on Shabbat. Or nahar, or there's a flood. There's a flood next to the city. שעלה על גדותיו, that he went on its borders, ויש חשש שישטוף את העיר, and you are worried that this flood is going to take away the entire city. ועל ספינה המטרפת בים, if you're crossing the sea, if you're in the middle of the sea, and all of a sudden there's a storm, and you're afraid the boat is going to come down. המתנננת, it's going to drown. המתנננת מחמת סערה שקם בים, והיא עומדת להישבר, and the boat is about to break. So in all these examples over here, you fast immediately on Shabbat even, and you blow the shofar, and you blow the trumpets.
The shofar and the sheep.
Yeah. Exactly. Rabbi Yossi אומר, לעזרה, Rabbi Yossi says to the עזרה, מתריעים בשבת להחיש אנשים לעזרה. לעזרה, thank you. I thought it was for בית המקדש. Yeah, thank you. לעזרה. Rabbi Yossi אומר, so if there's a city that needs to help from another city, so they blow the shofar, so another city comes over to help. מתריעים בשבת להחיש אנשים לעזרה. Or even the people, or even the people within the city, to say, go to the walls, or whatever it is. ולא לצעקה בתפילה. But you don't call them in other words, you're allowed to blow the shofars, but not for davening. It's not just not time for davening. It's not
to gather them for davening. To gather them to go somewhere else.
Or in the davening
to do something.
To blow the shofar like in a regular fast day. No, we're not talking about this kind of blowing of the shofar. We're talking about blowing of the shofar to do something, yeah. בגמרא מבואר, in the Gemara it explains שאין כוונת משנתנו שמתריעים בשופרות. It says it doesn't mean that a Mishnah means that you blow the shofars לפי שאסור לתקוע בשבת, because you're not allowed to blow the shofar on Shabbat. אלא הכוונה היא, but it means בדברי תנא קמא שמתריעים בתפילת עננו. In the beginning we thought that you blow the shofar like in the regular thing, in anenu. ורבי יוסי סובר, Rabbi Yossi disagrees. Rabbi Yossi says you don't blow the shofar during anenu because that has nothing to do with the danger. It has to do with davening. Yeah? ורבי יוסי סובר שצועקים לבני אדם שיבואו לעזרה. It says, I'll allow you to use the shofar, he says, but not for the davening purposes, for help. ואין מרבים בצעקה של תפילה. But in the anenu where you blow the shofar, no, that's not what you do. Because it's Shabbos, it's not anenu over here. כלומר שאין אומרים תחינות בשבת. In other words, you don't do תחינות בשבת. When I say you're allowed to blow the shofar, Rabbi Yossi says, it doesn't mean in the davening. It means for purposes. לפי שאין בטוחים כל כך שתועיל תפילתנו לצעוק על הצרות הללו בשבת. Oh, that's another thing. We might discuss it. No, we discuss it when we're going to discuss it on Shabbos. There's a concept on Shabbos, if you remember, she says, Mechalelim alav Shabbat achat. The reason why somebody is sick, you're allowed to mechalel Shabbat on him, כדי שישמור שבתות רבות. Because in most cases, that's what happens. You save his life this Shabbat, and then he can keep another Shabbat. But you know, this, a lot of people don't understand what it means. It doesn't mean what people think it means. It means that Shabbos is off. That Shabbos is less important than the life of the person. That's what people think. That's not what it means. Shabbos is more important than the life of the person. Keeping Shabbos. The only reason that this guy, you mechalel Shabbos on him, is because he can keep a lot of Shabbos. So it's worth it to keep a lot of Shabbos for one Shabbos. But if most probably he's going to die, if that's the conclusion, that most probably he's going to die, halachically it will be a problem to save him for Shabbos. If he's not going to make it to the next Shabbos, it says it's a problem saving him. Maybe the Shabbos is more important than the life of the person. In other words, and look at the statement. It says mechalelim alav Shabbat achat. It doesn't say because his life is more important than Shabbos. It says why? Sheyochal lekayem Shabbatot harbe. Because Shabbos is so important, we want him to keep so many Shabbos later on. That's the only reason. So over here he says that's a chazaka by a human being. A chazaka by a human being that if you save him on Shabbat, he's going to make it to the next Shabbat. But over here, it doesn't look, Rabbi Yossi, it looks like he's saying there's not that chazaka. In other words, if the goyim are surrounding your city, most probably the city is coming down, and therefore Shabbos is more important than, because you're not sure that it's going to help all these things. So don't do it. You cannot mechalel Shabbos when you don't have a chazaka, it might actually hold. That's what he's saying. That's what I say. Don't think about it this way. Pikuach nefesh, it doesn't say pikuach nefesh. Look what it says. Sheyochal lishmor Shabbatot harbe. So there's an inyan over there that we need to understand when we get it. That the Shabbos is more important than pikuach nefesh, than his life. The only reason we save his life is because he can keep. In other words, Shabbos is more important. Don't think that Pikuach nefesh doche Shabbat. Why? Because he can keep many Shabbos. But if he wouldn't be, if you know for sure he's going to die, we don't know for sure. But theoretically, if you know for sure the guy is going to die, don't save him.
So in other words, by this theory, if you see a guy that doesn't shomer Shabbos and he's in trouble, you have no reason to save him.
What's the difference, shomer Shabbos or not shomer Shabbos? Does that make a difference? Pikuach nefesh is good now.
He's not going to shomer Shabbos next Shabbos.
You don't know.
But you know he's not going to be shomer Shabbos.
How do you know? You don't know.
He doesn't.
And also, you don't know what shomer Shabbos is. Shomer Shabbos, did you sleep? Did you sleep for 12 hours on Shabbos?
If I sleep?
No, if the person, does he sleep for 12 hours on Shabbos?
I don't know.
Probably, he sleeps for 12 hours on Shabbos, right? Or 8 hours, whatever he sleeps. So 8 hours he kept Shabbos. Because no one keeps Shabbos. According to your statement, we shouldn't keep anyone because nobody keeps Shabbos. Do you go like this on Shabbos? According to some people, this is not called Shomer Shabbos. Yeah. So you can't say this. You see, if a person keeps Shabbos, keeps Shabbos. That's something else. Befaresia means something else. But
you know that this guy is not Shomer Shabbos. You know it. He's not.
The guy can do tshuva.
He's not connected.
Yeah, the guy can do tshuva. I don't think you can distinguish between a Jew that's mechal Shabbos or mechal Shabbos. If that's your question.
You have to say it.
Yeah, I think so. לפי שאין לנו בטוחים כל כך שתועיל תפילותינו לצעוק על הצרות הללו בשבת, because we're not so sure that it's actually going to help. That's what Rabbi Yossi says. כן לעניין תענית, יש מפרשים. So also when it comes to fasting, there are some people who say שאף על פי שלשון מטריעים בכל מקום, that even though it says מטריעין, that you blow the shofar, פירושה בתענית. It means in the fast, not like Rabbi Yossi. Rabbi Yossi says it's not in the fast. But most places it says matri'im means in anenu. In other words, you do tachnun on Shabbos. That's what it means. מכל מקום ההתראה שמשנתנו בלא תענית היא, nevertheless, the התראה in this Mishnah, it's a Shabbos, which means you don't fast, but you do blow the shofar. There's a back and forth, either you go to Rabbi Yossi or Chachamim, but that's what it is. לפי שאסור להתענות בשבת, because you're not allowed to fast on Shabbat. אבל הרמב"ם כותב, שמתענים על הדברים הללו בשבת. The Rambam says, no, the Rambam disagrees. The Rambam says, you both fast and blow the shofar. וזועקים ומתחננים עליהם בתפילה. And also, you do it in the davening, unlike Rabbi Yossi. You know, both. The Chachamim are even more lenient than the Rambam. The Rambam looks like, I don't know how he gets it from, but the Rambam says you both fast and you blow the shofar in the fast itself, in the davening itself. ויש פרשו, תוספות יום טוב, שיש משמיטים בדברי הרמב"ם תיבת מטענים. The Tosfos Yom Tov doesn't like the words fast. According to the Rambam, it says, look, if the Chachamim says you don't fast, how did you come with the fast? ויש שפרשו, there are those who explains, שאף לשון מטריעים שמשנתנו משמע תקיעה בשופר. That when it says מטריעים means blowing the shofar, וסובר תנא קמא שמותר לתקוע על דברים אלו אף בשבת. תנא קמא says you're allowed to blow the shofar even on Shabbat, ורבי יוסי לא הסיר בתקיעה אלא לקבץ אותם לעזרה. And Rabbi Yossi says no, the blowing of the shofar is just for emergencies, to collect the people. אבל לא לצעקה בתפילה, but not for davening. Okay. But the simple explanation is that you do the simple explanation is you don't fast, but you blow the shofar in the Taanit, in the davening itself. Okay.
Not to gather the people to come. Just
also together. Also together the people to come, but how much more so for davening? Yeah. שמעון התימני אומר, שמעון the תימני says, אף על הדבר. Also on the plague. He says also on the plague. מתריעים בשבת. It says if it's the third day, and it happened to be on Shabbat, and you've noticed that this many people died in the city, start blowing the shofar on Shabbat. ולא הודו לו חכמים. And the sage just says, no. When it comes to plagues, you don't do that. לא הסכימו לדעתו. They didn't agree with him, אבל בכל מודים חכמים שמתריעים. But if it's not Shabbat, then of course, you blow the shofar. ויש מפרשים, there are those who explains, שלדעת חכמים אין מתריעים על הדבר כל עיקר. It looks like, some explain that according to the sages, you never blow the shofar on the plague. You might, I don't know if you fast, but the blowing the shofar is not on the plague, according to some explanation on the Chachamim. And if that's true, yeah, that looks like it's true. Because look at Mishnah Hay. It doesn't say devil. It says everything else. You see Mishnah Hay that we just did? Mishnah Hay, it says, על אלו מטריעים. This is the Chachamim. And it says, שידפון, ירקון, הרבה, חיה רעה, חרב. But it doesn't say devil. So it looks like the Chachamim, when it comes to devil, they say, there's no on Shabbat. Not ever. You don't blow the shofar, you don't fast on the devil. Okay.